Hey y'all, it's me, Lynn Daniel, coming to you today. You know what? I want to talk about something important, and this is a rant. We have to teach our young people how to behave in public. We have to remind our young people how to behave in public, because there is something called the Public Duty Doctrine of law, and it says, Public Duty Doctrine is a principle of personal injury law that government owes duties to the public at large rather than to individuals. In general, this doctrine provides that a governmental entity can be held liable only when the duty breach was owed to the injured person as an individual and was not merely the breach of an obligation owed to the public at large. Basically, what this is saying, that all of these things that we see in the news against people of color primarily, these people are being killed, pulled from their cars, dragged from airplanes because of behavior that is deemed threatening or inappropriate. Now, there's a spectrum of it, so I'm not even going to address the spectrum, but I am going to address adolescents. This message, this rant, is a reminder to parents, teachers, adults to help us keep our young people safe this summer. Let's help to keep them safe by reminding them how to behave in public when they are with their friends and that peer influence is heavy and their peers may influence them to jaywalk or do something, steal out of the store, or use profanity loudly on the street as they're walking down the street, or anything that will draw attention, negative attention to them, that could potentially escalate, leaving them harmed or lifeless. We have to de-escalate, and we start by reminding them. These kids know how to behave because they learn social expectations in school. They learn them in church. They learn them in home. All we have to do is remind them, hey, young man, respect your parents. Remember your grandmother. Hey, young lady, remember your father, remember your mama, or whatever, your auntie, that favorite teacher who mentored you and invests so much time in you. Remember that person while you're out here this summer. And I've done that many a times. And the most recent time I can remember was a few months ago. A young man was, for whatever reason, trying to, he was crossing the path, but he really should have waited for me to pass him. So I let him pass, and then I slowed and pulled down my window, and I just said, young man, be safe out here. Be safe. And he shook his head, yes. So sometimes these young people just need a friendly reminder, because the consequences are huge. When you have what they're facing, what we're seeing on videos every day, what I saw today that pretty much triggered me to do this rant. And now this is like my third time filming it, and this is a calm version. So let's just keep our young people safe and remind them, because this public duty doctrine, police are operating under the principle that they owe the public at large more so than the individual. And if they feel that that individual is a threat to the public at large, watch out, individual. That's what this means. Watch out, because you could be injured and the governmental entity will not be liable. They can be held liable, but have they been recently? Have we seen them being held liable? So let's remind our young people. All right, gotta go. Be blessed.